Good morning, everybody. Give me just 1 second. My clock is for some reason, my watch is a little slow this morning. I got sidetracked with time. I thought I had a few minutes left and I didn't. So sorry about that. I'll have the camera on in just a second. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I don't know where time has been going lately, but it's been going real slow. I mean, excuse me, real fast. Definitely not slow. Going real fast. Let's say hello to everybody and then we'll get started. We have a good session today. Got a lot of stocks, got the small caps ready. We got everybody here. Good to see everybody. Let's say hello. Hey, Steve. Hey, John, Krish. Hey, Omar. Good morning to you. Cheese Great Trader, Richard, Ivano, Brian, Kevin, Dave, Tom, Wayne, JB, John, Richard. Good morning. Good morning, Richard. Dave, Pete, Jill, Lydia, Stan, Junior. Lewis, Timothy, Bugs. Good morning, Bugs. Gregory, Penny, Robert, Bill, Robert, Illinois grain farmer, Robert, Matt, Vertuvian. Hey, Fred, Flying Ronan, Bill, Eduardo, Beam Clay, Solaire, Chad. Good morning, everybody. Gregory, Ray, Richard, Mark, Ray, Wade, Kathy, Moondog is in the house. Ronald, John, Deanna, Keith, Sergey, Jody, Greg, Warren, Whitco, Rick, William. Good morning, William. Kevin, another two Kevins. We got Kevin Garcia and Kevin from Carlsbad. Good morning, Kevin. Krish, Nigel, Harold, Jesse, Carlos, Just Jen. Good morning, Rock. Good to see you here. Uh, Let me go back a little bit. Going a little too fast. Ann, Kurt, Delroy, RP from Spain, Genevieve, Darren. Good morning, Bob. James, Charlie, Kevin, Rihanna, William, Mitch, Gregory, CJ, Henry, Raj, Lloyd, Dave, Jesse, Mark, Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Good to see you here. Delbert, Hopium Addict. That's the funniest thing. David, Raj, Francis, Frank, Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Next Gen, Kai, Scotty. Yeah, only took a few minutes. That's right. Uh, Yuri, Steven, Ralph, Sean, Ed, Bob, Don, Ira. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. Happy Tuesday. We'll be starting in just a minute. We'll be starting in just a minute. Hope everybody's doing great. Hey, Peanuts. Good morning. Good morning. And while you guys are coming in here, let me post some links for you. Let me post some links for you. This is the link to the VIP room today. And let me give you my agenda. It's going to be a good agenda. I'm going to talk about how to select stocks for day trading and swing trading, including giving you the big picture, how to use relative strength for swing trading, and how to use it for day trading. Types of trades we employ in the pit, momentum. I'm going to talk about the momentum trades, pullbacks, late afternoon trades. I'm going to talk about time spreads, straddles, and strangles, and give you guys some red meat. I'm also going to do a little bonus section. Remember yesterday Kane was using his computer and I was using my brain to pick options, and you guys saw how clear we were. So today I'm going to show you how I was doing it. I'm sure a lot of people want to see how I was doing. Kane's not going to be there today. It'll be a session where I talk about the pit and what we do in the pit, and we still have a 94% win rate in the pit, and hopefully we'll continue seeing a high win rate there. But I'll talk about how I use ATR. It'll be a really cool session, okay? Don't miss out. Do not miss out. It would be not smart to miss that session out. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. And folks, we'll be starting in just 1 second. Literally 1 second. Here's the link for that. Now let's first. Yeah. Actually, I'm glad I brought it up. How many people we got in here? Yeah, 321. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, do yourself a favor and make sure you go to the gearbox like I do right now. See how I'm an auto 1080p? That's not good enough. Click on this and make sure you're a 1080p, not auto. because this will down, if your internet slows down, if there's too much stuff going on. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, so good to hear that, Jeff. Very happy to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll do that today. We'll do that today in the VIP room. I totally and give Raleigh credit for that. I totally forgot that I said that yesterday, and he just reminded me. So Raleigh is he's not just a great assistant, but he's also a great reminder. So very very good reminder. Thank you for that, Raleigh. I really appreciate it. Both Cam brothers have been very good to me. I'll tell you, folks, they've been very helpful. All right, so there's the link for that. Here's the link for that. You guys have the VIP room and you have customer service live. That's customer service live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Remember, the Cam and Gustavo show will help you if you have questions that you don't have answers to that I can't help you with. And I'm also using a mic here that you should be able to hear me whether I move around or not. I can't do that at work because the room is very echoey. If you heard what a regular mic sounds like in that room, I sound like I'm in an aquarium. So here's the link for customer service live. Here's the link again for VIP room. And one last thing I want to tell you before we begin. One last thing. And that's if you're just coming in here, please give us a thumbs up. It's right here. Just one thumbs up if you're enjoying the show, and I'll remind you one more time in the end. It helps us get higher ratings with YouTube. So if you guys want other people to come join us, that's a good way to do it. All right. Did you update the VWAPs? John, it has to be, it's this Friday. It's this Friday after the quad witching, but I wanted everybody to get a heads up because people just don't remember. But it's this weekend. It's actually this weekend. Okay. All right. Oh, we're doing good here on time. Okay. All right. Small caps for today. Does anybody want to give me the small caps for today, or I'll just give you those stocks. You don't have to. We don't have to play there. I'll give you those stocks. All right. FGI. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Roger, this is not a small cap stock. Well, yesterday it was a $4 stock. Right now it's a $14 stock, and it went all the way to 25, and it's really buzzing. Look at the volume on this baby. Look at volume. Have you ever seen volume this high on this stock? Look, one time. That's the kind of stocks we want to look for, okay? We want stocks, they have to technically fit the criteria, but they have to have crazy volume. Not good volume, crazy volume. So, and for this stock, our buy level would be right here. $25. Okay. Again, it was a $4 stock yesterday. Now it's not, but it's still hot in momentum. CNFR. Remember, we only have what we got. We can't make stuff up. We can only deal with what we got going on. If we don't have good picks, we don't have good picks. We take them as they come. CNFR, $4.10. CNFR, $4.10, $4.12. And last but not least, BGI. BGI at above $2.28. $2.28. Okay. All right. Just FYI. Let's see. Jerry has FGI. Jerry has BGI. Jerry has my CNFR. Let's see. Sting. You want to look at Sting? Sting. Oh, SNTG. Let's take a look. No, Jerry. No. Look at volume. Look at volume comparatively. And with this, it was just able to do this. No, this is not good enough. And the other one, Jerry, was AIHS. No. Look at the volume compared to this. This is a daily chart. No. Now look at the volumes on my picks. See the difference? See the volume? That's what you want. You're not going to get anything without the volume. You want a stock that's going to go from $3 to $50? Volume. Turb actually looks good. Yes. I don't know how I missed this one, but this one looks good. Real good. Yes, let's add Turb to our list. That one looks good. I must have missed it. Thank you. Thank you for that. Who was that? Just Jen. Thank you for that. Great one. At 760. Yeah, anytime I have volume like that, like this kind of volume, that's what I want to see. See, look, the stock hasn't had volume like that in God only knows how long. I mean, like a year, a year. So this is the kind of volume we want to see. Okay. Yes, that's a good one. 760, 760. Thank you for that. No, but you got the volume right. See, look at this volume. That's crazy volume. Very good, very good. I'm always looking for these. It must have been moving while, in the last hour, but that's great. That's what I want to see. You know what I'll probably start doing? I'll probably start looking for these as the last thing I do and not the first thing I do. I'm going to make a mental note to start looking for these, not at 7:30, but closer to 8 o'clock. That'll give us an extra half an hour. I would have found this if it wasn't. Hmm. Let's see where it is right now on our list, this stuff. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I would have been able to find this stock if I just scanned a little later. Yeah, I'll scan half an hour later. So anyway, 760 for this one. Good find. Good find. Thank you for that. Good find. Excellent. Thank you for that, Just Jen. Good job. Yeah, I'll start scanning half an hour later. Or maybe I'll even scan live with you guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it all out, We'll figure it all out. Okay. Let me make sure. Okay. Far as Fed data today, we have retail sales at 8:30. Let's pull up the bond market. So we have the bond market up here, TLT. Okay. Bond market. We're still in this area. We still haven't broke that 89.76, and we're far away from this. We'll keep an eye on this as the day progresses. So far, absolutely nothing, but we're holding on to yesterday's closing price pretty well right here. Here, I'll actually draw a little. Trend line right there. Okay. We'll see what happened. 90 level is the key here we want to pay attention to, okay? And we'll have that report. But we do have a lot of Fed data today. Pretty important Fed data. And we also have a bond auction. So this is a 20-year bond auction, folks. That's something you should definitely keep. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Jeremiah. This is something you should definitely keep an eye on. So one of your catalysts today is going to be Fed data. And remember, FOMC's beginning, the announcements tomorrow. A lot of institutions don't like to make big bets ahead of the announcement. But with retail sales and industrial production, we may see some movement, and we may see some movement as a result of the 20-year auction. When you're looking at auctions, look for auctions of over 10 year and plus. 5-year, 3-year, 2-year, it's just not sufficient enough. All right, what is the bond market doing? What is the bond market doing today? As I said, we're still above this area. So as long as we stay above this area, we're looking okay. As long as we're above this area, we're looking okay. We don't want to fall back into this range and go into the 8-day EMA. And if you're just coming in here, good morning. Rick, good morning to you. Richard, Just Jen, Jeremiah, Mark, Carrie, good morning to all of you. Yeah, good job, Carrie. Good job on those. I'll go over the small caps again before we conclude. I always do, because sometimes they move ahead of time. So let's see what that. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. And bonds, by the way, are breaking down a little bit here. Yeah. Bonds are breaking down right now. Just heads up. I just drew this line for you, and here we are. We're breaking down. That's not great. Okay. US dollar. I've been warning you about this every single day. What is the US dollar doing right now? We are breaking out. And when US dollar gets weaker, what happens to gold? gold gets stronger. Remember, I was telling you here yesterday, if we don't go down, if we just consolidate here, it'll relieve the pressure. So whenever you see a move like this and it doesn't start coming off pretty quickly and it consolidates, the buyers are assimilating this move. It's becoming more natural. So when you see a move like this and you don't see a down move quick and you see it consolidating, there's a good chance it'll go up. So I'm going to tell you again, if you are currently long gold, as I've been saying forever, it's okay to stay long gold. It's okay. It's not a big deal. If you're not long gold, I would not be buying gold here. I would be waiting. I would be waiting at least till the 15-day, 36.19 or the 35 low 3500s. I think we're going to come off before coming back, especially if one of the reasons why this is coming down is because we're not seeing certainty with the tariffs. And until we see certainty with the tariffs, the the U.S. dollar is going to be in the wind. If that's the case, gold market, because of the uncertainty, will continue moving higher or stay up these levels. But as we get closer to November and we get closer to that decision with tariffs, I think the U.S. dollar is going to start springing back higher, and that may push the commodity lower. Overall, gold being at these levels is not really great for the overall market. Gold breaking out is not the most bullish sign in the world. Okay. Crude oil. Crude oil is doing absolutely nothing. And when I say it's doing absolutely nothing, I mean it's doing absolutely nothing. Like nothing. Okay. What about Bitcoin? Remember, we were talking about Bitcoin, whether it has a green light or not. Well, it does not. See this? It didn't break out above this red line. Remember, I told you 118, this level right here around 118, 137-ish, somewhere around there, has not broken out. Has not broken out. Okay. We need this to break higher. All right. China. What's China doing? Let's talk about China. China's cooling off a little bit, but this is still like a 14-year high. So I wouldn't be fading Chinese stocks right now. Would not be fading Chinese stocks right now. All right. What about volatility? Is volatility going to break down or not? Remember, I told you we wait and see what happens. If we don't break this level, we're going to start coming back up. Well, volatility is now at the 50-day moving average. And if today's report is negative, let's see what the stock market's doing right now. QQQ is following the bond market lower. SMH, flat, SPY, just kind of sitting there. MAGs not really doing much. Just everybody sitting and waiting. Everybody's sitting and waiting. So be mindful. Now, I wouldn't make too much out of this even if we pass the 50-day moving average. As long as we're in this area, I wouldn't make too much of a big deal out of it. But if we start moving above 17, there's a good chance the market is starting to sell off. So I'm expecting this to start coming up from here all the way back up here or reverting back down. The 50-day is going to be a maker or a breaker, and that level's like at 1586. But honestly, even at 17, the volatility levels are not that strong. So this is pretty good volatility levels. I can't really say there's anything really bad going on right now. Iris says, how do you fade stocks? Come to the VIP room today and ask me that question about 15 minutes into the session, Ira. How about that? Does that make sense? Just come in. I'll be talking about that in the VIP room because it's part of today's lesson. Thank you, Eagle Beagle. Appreciate that. All right. Let me know, Ira, if you could do that. If you can ask me exactly the same question 10 minutes into the VIP session, because it's going to be very germane to that discussion there. Okay. All right. What are the catalysts? What are the catalysts for today? We have a very nice, clean set of catalysts, and I've already given away a bunch to you. Not a bunch, actually. But I did give away a couple. So let's just not get into the Fed. Let's just talk about Fed data. Let's not get into the nitty gritty. We already know we got retail sales, we got the bond auction, we got industrial production, just Fed data, Fed data. Fed data, retail sales. Well, yeah, that's Fed data. Let's see what we got. Yes, Mags, you're right. Oracle, you're right. PLD, you're right. Did Japan make new highs? If they made new highs, that is a catalyst. Ivano, I think I might have found my match today. Let's look what Richard says. Fed data, retail, Oracle, mags, and bonds. You guys missed one. You're missing one. Remember I told you I already gave you one? US dollars breaking down. That's a catalyst. I figured you guys would put it in there, but yes, you guys are all right. I think you guys are all got it right. I didn't put Japan in there. I didn't see if Japan made a new high, but I believe you. PLD, yes. So I have Oracle, Mags, REITs, Fed data, and US dollar. Let's see. Matt's got Fed data, Oracle, investment trusts, consumer discretion. Play is not a large cap stock, Matt. Play is play. David Buster's is not a. Last time I checked, S&P 500 does not have play in it. Am I crazy? Let me see. Maybe I've lost my mind, but let's see. No, I was right. Whew. Yeah, it's small. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a really small cap stock. I don't think so. So Mags REITs, PLD's a REIT. Oracle, which is tech, retail sales, US dollar. Yeah, PLD. Yeah, we got it in there. Several people mentioned it. Ivano mentioned PLD. We got PLD. Nah, I don't think so. It's too small. I mean, maybe, but it's like Kava. It's just too damn small, you know? Too damn small. So US dollar, Fed data, retail sales, bonds, all that stuff. Um, Oracle, REITs, and MAGs. Nice and clean. That's okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing. You could see if it'll impact them. But again, when you have retail sales report, Matt, I don't think it's gonna be impactful. Maybe if there was nothing going on, maybe then. But I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. And again, maybe, but I'm not. Why PLD? Oh, right here. It's right here. Gain more than 1%. They were upgraded. See, I didn't even circle play, Matt, so you could see right here. We got Mags, Tesla and Google are up over 1%. We got Oracle up 4%. God help us all with this TikTok. My cat can finally have the freedom to post his videos. Clyde was very upset about this TikTok thing. He couldn't sleep for the last 3 weeks. He's been pulling his hair out. So you guys have it right here. All right, so let's go over them. Okay, that's why we're writing all this here. Let's go over all this. Let's see. I'm just putting on the bond market here. If you guys see me moving my head to the left, and I know you could hear my mic just fine because this is a broad mic. Um, uh, I'm just keeping my eye on the bond market. So I'm not trying to stay away from you. I'm just looking at here on the bond market. Okay. Start the Federal Reserve 2-day. Usually when the Fed starts their 2-day policy meeting, we see muted price action. I don't know if we're going to see muted price action today, but maybe the second half of the day. And also maybe not because we already kind of know what's going to happen, but we don't know what the plan is. The only question now is how many cuts they're going to have this year. That's really the only question. And it could be anywhere from one to two. Let's see, September. It can be anywhere from 1 to 3. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, Clyde was very upset about that. Very, very upset about that. By the way, folks, I know we have a lot of people just coming in here right now. Please, please, please make sure you're watching at 1080p. Hit the gearbox right here. Here, you could see it right here. Hit the gearbox and make sure you're watching at 1080p. Keeps putting me on auto, and I keep switching to 1080p. So make sure you're at 1080p. And also, if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up. Oh, I just gave myself a thumbs up. And subscribe to our channel if you're finding this beneficial. Okay, let's continue. Thank you, Bob. Where Eagle Beagle says, spoke to an old friend at Walmart, works there as a manager, lots of clothes in China and household goods. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you a little story about that. I'll be very quick. When COVID started and Trump started regulating, it started becoming tough on China, the first presidential election, a a lot of the Chinese companies, majority Eagle Beagle, they moved their operations to Vietnam. And as a result of this, this all happened during the first administration because Trump wanted to get really tough on China, and Biden, by the way, didn't really renege on that. So they moved their operations to Japan because Japan didn't have those regulations, the hard regulations that China has. And as a result, for the last several years, Vietnam's economy has been moving really great. They've been making great strides there, and a lot of American expats are moving over there. So Vietnam is becoming a safe haven for a lot of Americans. But it all started because of the decision that Donald Trump made to be tough on China, not this administration, the last administrations. You know, you might remember I was saying this years ago, Eagle Beagle, that Vietnam is starting to yes, exactly. Exactly. They're trying to avoid tariffs. And you may or may not remember Eagle Beagle, but I was talking about this years ago, years and years and years and years ago. But you're absolutely right. I've noticed that too in things that I buy. Vietnam, everywhere. And I think that's okay. I don't really have a problem with that, but it's an interesting. So we're all waiting for the retail sales report. That's the big report. Bonds are still going down. Seagate climbed over 7%, top percentage gainer on the S&P 500. Google gained more than 4%. Citibank raised its price target, which is fantastic, to 280 from 225. That's like substantial. And look at Seagate, 215 from 170. These are real big. I mean, they're really raising their prices here. It's not like 225 to 250. It's like 225 to 280. That's ballsy. Tesla rose 3%. Elon Musk decided to buy some shares. Corteva slumped 5%. We missed this yesterday, but that would have been a good catalyst because this can impact a lot of stocks going down. And on my short list, I have a lot of restaurant and a lot of related consumer stocks. Empire State Manufacturing Survey fell to a 3-month low. That is not great. Really, Dave, I've always wanted to go there and check it out. Yeah, yeah. Well, it wasn't our war, Bob. You know, it wasn't our war. I mean, they didn't really do anything bad to us here. The Fed kicks off its 2-day meeting. The question is, money markets have almost fully I made a highlight out of this for you guys. Post-policy meeting is where the money's going to be. We know he's going to lower rates 1/4 of a basis point. That's priced in. We want to know any indication of how quickly rates may fall from here. And money markets have already fully or almost fully priced rate cuts in October and December. So based on the trajectory of, they look pretty strong this morning. We'll see what happens. But anyway, the market is pricing in right now tomorrow, October and December. So if Powell says, well, we're just going to do this one time and we'll see what happens, that may be a little bearish for the market because the market is really setting itself up for deflation right now. The market is gaining so we want Powell to be consistent with we are about to start something, not this is a one-time thing. We're doing this only because we have to. We want to see him say we're going to start going we're going to start going negative. We're going to start lowering rates. We're starting our cycle. If he starts talking about we're still very cautious. We have to be very careful. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting report tomorrow. I'll be very, very honest with you. Very, very honest with you. Market watchers will closely watching the dot plot summary. All of this happens, folks, not at 2:00. All of the. I'm not even going to be around for this. I'll probably be taking my break for this. This is what I'll be watching. This is what I'll be watching right here. That's the big daddy right here. And the bond market is off to the races to the downside. Let's see how the report came out. Oh, retail sales weren't bad. That's a pretty good report. It's not bad. What the hell? It's a good report. Do you guys know what the X vehicles and autos is? Yeah, better than expected. Yeah, yeah. I know it's not good. Weird. I would expect a nice bullish move, but nope. Let's see what mags are doing. Yeah, the Dow is going up. SPY is coming up. QQQ is coming up. TLT. This is not a bad report, folks. This is a good report. This is a good report. I don't know. It's pretty good for the economy. See, we just don't know. This was a good report. Dylan, he's gonna have to lower at this point. The job market, Dylan. He doesn't have a choice. The job market. This was a good report, folks. Honestly, I mean, I could lie to you and tell you it's not, but it's a good report. But the bond market's falling down. Look at this. Maybe, it could be one of those things where good news is bad news because if retail sale is good, then there's a lower chance that the Fed will continue lowering rates because they don't need to. That's probably what we're seeing right now. But overall, this is not a bad report for retail sales. If you have a XRT, let's look at XRT. Yeah, they're just all over the place. I mean, Amazon doesn't seem to be hating this. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking to myself. This is not a bad report. Oh, Robert Redford died. Oh man, really, just Jen? I loved Robert Redford. He's one of my favorite actors. You had to tell me. You had to tell me now, Jen. Folks, next time, don't tell me bad news during the. I'm a movie nut. I love Robert Redford. Robert Redford, that is so sad. My wife and I are getting. My father loves. My father's. I'm gonna tell my dad. It's terrible, 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 terrible. That's the worst news I've heard today. Let's see. That sucks. And then we have industrial production. But I'm going to tell you right now, folks, the bond markets are coming down. The bond markets are doing what we didn't want them to do, which is this. The next question is the bond market going to break 87.70, 89.78 right here? Folks, the level you want to keep an eye on today is 89.78 and 89.11. We can just consolidate here and just bounce back up, or we can break this 89.78. We don't want to break 89.78. And if we do break 89.78 with gusto, the next level is 89.11. I don't know why you don't see all the comments. That's between you and YouTube, Naples fan. I don't know. I don't know. This is not good. Look at the 5 minute. Not good. Not good. This is not good for the bond market. And ultimately, if it's not good for the bond market, it ain't going to be great for the stock market. Let me see here. It's still moving okay. SPY, NVIDIA, SMH, QQQ. The stock market doesn't seem to be impactful yet. Remember, we still have industrial production, okay? Okay, let's continue our report. So the report was way better than expected. This is not bad for the market. Now the discussion will turn how aggressive. The question now is not whether the Fed is going to lower rates. The Fed is going to lower rates. Um, yes, it is, Dylan. Yes. In other Fed news, Fed appeals court ruled on Monday that the Fed Governor Lisa Cook can continue serving at the central bank. He does not have the right to fire a federal official, but hey, here we are. Retail sales already came out. Core retail sales came out. Core retail sales were great. Everything here was great. Just keep an eye on the bond market. I'm waiting for the bond market to bottom out. The levels you want to watch today on the bond market is going to be 89, 78, and 90. And on the daily, it's going to be 89, 78, and 89, 11. I'll go through them in a few minutes with you. Industrial production manufacturing data, that'll be released at 9:15 while I'm driving to work. Export import prices will be released today. This will be pretty important based on tariffs. Europe is flat, like flat, flat. But notice that luxury and mining stocks climbed on Tuesday. This is not chip stocks, but they're pretty much flat. Try taking screen out of maximum. Oh, okay. All right. Setting pre-market levels for opening range. Set it up to row into open watch. Yeah, I'll go through levels in just a few minutes with you guys. He was amazing. The Sting is one of my favorite movies. How about that movie he made with Tom Cruise? God, what was that movie? The pool movie. That was amazing. I love that movie. I got to rewatch that film. That's sad. What an amazing actor, right? That's America for you, you know? That's a world-class actor. China closed just above the flat line. Caution sentiment, trade talks, strength and technology lend support. This is good. He would speak to Z. Notice this isn't like a big deal anymore. Like before, this was like taking headlines, and this would be like what the market would be waiting for. Not a big deal. Japan closed higher, hit a new record high. I missed this. Thank you for giving me this. Tracking overnight gains on Wall Street. Auto stocks outperformed. Formal implementation, 15% tariff rate on imports autos, part of Japan. Chip stocks also advanced. This is good. This is good. And we already talked about the catalysts for today. Volatility is just kind of sitting here. It's still negative. Okay. Volatility is still negative. Let's just keep an eye on the bond market. Bond market's starting to come back up, which is good. This is not a bad report, folks. I'm just telling you right now. This is not a bad report. This is not a bad report. Okay, let's take a look at momentum levels, okay? Momentum levels are starting to come back. Remember, we went from here, let me show you this. Remember, we went from 475 all the way down to 172. Well, we're back up at 317. So they got it back up there within a day. That's the first time we saw that in a while. There you go. Oh, color of money. Color of money. That's right. The color of money. The Color of Money. Thank you. What an amazing, that was a great movie. One of the better movies. I saw it with my late grandfather. He was a real big pool player. My late grandfather, this movie was not it was Paul Newman. Paul Newman, you're right. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. I confuse Paul Newman with Robert Redford sometimes. But yeah, great movie. I saw it with my grandfather. All right. Thank you for that correction. So let's look at where we're at right now in terms of what's leading utilities. But you still have a lot of technology here. You still have a lot of tech. What I'm not liking is the fact that home builders, retail, and mid caps and Russell 2000 are falling down here. It's still showing that technology is strong, but it's telling us that interest rate sensitive stocks are falling off. If you go back a week ago, you could see right here, look, home builders, retail, Bitcoin, communication, semiconductor, consumer discretionary. See this? This is a picture of what you want it to look like. This is what you want it to look like right here. Okay? It doesn't look like that right now. It looks sort of like this, but not exactly like this. Look at it today. Now look at this. Home builder, retail, Russell 2000. Look at where all they are. Look at where they're at right now. Home builders, mid-cap, retail, Russell 2000. That's not good. But the rest of technology is still here. So large caps, this is more Russell 2000. This is more QQQ, and QQQ still leading. I hope that utilities gets out of here, because if utilities stays here, this is not going to be here for a long time. Yes, all those movies with the natural. What an amazing actor. Just amazing actor, like amazing actor. Okay. That sucks. But he was 89. So we do have some directional momentum. Folks, again, I'm going to show you something. S&P 500, we are extremely vulnerable right now. Look at the S&P 500, only 54% of stocks and only 61 are trading above the 200. Mags. Look at the QQQ. 45% now. We're not even at 48. We're at 45% and 58. Folks, I'm going to tell you this again, and I keep telling you this every day, but I'm telling you right now that here, the mags are running the show. The mags, look at how overextended they are right now. This is way, look, folks, do you see this? Look at this, and then look at this. Here. Look at mags. This is when you look at the mags, Magnificent Seven. This is when you look at Magnificent Seven with all of them mixed in. And this is when you look at just the QQQE. Notice we're starting to come back into this area right here. Notice we're starting to come back into that area. That's not good. There's only so much these seven stocks can do. There's only so much they can do. Okay. And we got to be really careful, really, really careful right now. Same thing with the SPY, RSP. Look at where we're at right now. Okay. So let me show you on bar charts how all this looks on a daily. Look. Do you see this? We tried to get out of this range, and what happened? We're back in it. We're back in it. What about QQQE? Do you see the problem? We need this to start moving higher. The Hustler, what a great movie. All right. Look at that. So we want this. We want the QQQE. We want this QQQE. We want to see it not come back into this range. We want to see it stay out of this range. We want this not to come back in here. Okay. Probably will. But again, look at mags and this chart, just so you could see how overextended they are. Look how overextended. Look at how the distance between the 8-day EMA and this. This is too much. Too much. Too much. Way, way, way too much. Okay. Way too much. Way too much. Way too much. And meanwhile, look at when you balance them all out. Big difference. Not much difference than what I said yesterday. So what I'd like to see is this start supporting and starting to break out. That's what I want to see. I want to see this break out. I want to see the smaller 100 stocks. Otherwise, we're in deep doo-doo. And if this number doesn't increase, we're up the shit creek. Excuse my French. If these numbers don't increase, we're in a very, very bad spot. These numbers need to increase fast. Okay. Right now, you have one of the biggest. Right now, you have one of the. That was one of my favorites. All the President's Men. One of the biggest divergences between equal weighted stocks and market share weighted stocks. You have one of the biggest divergences, if not the biggest divergence in history. Let me just check the bond market real quick here. Bond market starting to gain a little bit of legs. Okay. A little bit of legs. All right. Let me give you levels for today. Intraday levels for today. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, that's the bond market. Let me give that to you guys. I'll post this in the main channel, okay? You guys seem to love my intraday levels, so I'll give them to you. Okay, this is coming red hot to you in the Telegram channel. Bonds, bond levels. Let's do SPY levels. Okay, let's do SPY levels. Okay, let me give this to you. I know you guys like when I give you these levels, so I'll give you these levels. All right. QQQ. Okay. 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 QQQ levels. QQQ levels. You're welcome, Shamez. Oh, that was amazing. Indecent Proposal. Great movie. Not very believable, but funny movie. I love that. I just love that guy. It was amazing. How about SMH? Let me give you levels for SMH. Okay. All right. Okay. You guys should have all the levels. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that, Jill. Interesting. All right, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, let me give you a link to the VIP room. The VIP room, I'm going to be talking about how to use ATR for profit targets. Remember I showed you yesterday, but I didn't tell you? So today I'm going to tell you how I do it, okay? I'm going to tell you how I do it. Okay? I'll reveal all the secrets of how I do it. The salad dressing. That's right. That's right. Salad dressing. John, you're so right. I used to eat his salad dressing all the time. And let me give you the link to the VIP room. I mean, let me give you the link to Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. Yeah, my mugshot covers them on YouTube, I've been told. That's why I'm posting them for you guys. So this way you guys have them without me interfering with them. You guys can see them clearly. And you can refer to them during the day. I'm going to look, I'll look at them again too. So, all right, let's take another look at the small caps and then we'll look into the large caps, okay? Let me just quickly take a look at this. TLT. Let's look at intraday. Starting to come up a little bit. QQQ, still positive. Where's my intraday chart? I want to look at my intraday chart. TLT, SMH, just kind of sitting there. What's Amazon doing? Yeah, a little bit higher. Nothing crazy. Okay. Let's look at those small caps again, okay? FGI, not doing anything right now. CNFR, not doing anything right now. Turb, not doing anything right now. And BGI, not doing anything right now. None of them are doing anything right now. None of them are in play right now. Okay. Okay. Let's do the large caps. And then I will let you guys go. And I'll give you my full analysis and then I'll let you guys go. Let me just look at what MAGs are doing right now. MAGs are, look at this. They're not doing great right now. They're not doing bad, but they're not doing great right now. Just kind of sitting there. The bond market, folks, the bond market, it doesn't lie. Six. Volatility is not really moving up too much higher. It doesn't look like the market is doesn't look like the market's reacting too much to what's happening right now. The bonds more than the stock market. Looks like stocks are pretty flat. Okay, let me give you large caps and then I'll give you my prognosis. Keep an eye today. Big tip for you. QQQE, keep an eye whether we come back into this range or whether we stay out of this range, okay? That range is 99. 99 on QQQE. 99. Are we going lower or are we going to go higher? This is going to be really important because I keep telling you those mega caps can't sustain indefinite level. Indefinite. Tony, I posted it on Telegram. Right here. It's all on Telegram, Tony. Right here. On the free Telegram channel. I posted there every morning. Right here. See, Tony? It's right there for you. They're right on it. I don't need to post them in the premium channels. I'm just posting them in the public channels. Okay, let's talk about shorts. Chipotle. See, I told you I'd be able to pronounce it the right way eventually. Chipotle. I practiced. Right at the 8-day EMA. Hormel. Notice the type of stocks that are on my short list and notice how related they are. That's a nice setup right there. Kava. Notice restaurants, food stocks. They're very correlated, folks. Fisk. Nice looking chart. Globe. This is the first time I'm telling you about Globe, folks. I've never once mentioned this stock before. It's the first time ever. Right, guys? Uh, yeah. And it's pretty good dressing, too. I like it, Rock. It's a good dressing. The short list does look delicious. It does. Now, folks, how many times have I given you this stock? I think this stock is virtually on every short list I have for the last month and a half. Am I right or am I wrong? Please correct me if I'm wrong. How many days have I been giving you this stock for? And what has it been doing? Look at the quality of this chart. No back and forth. Okay. I just want to know how many times have I given you this stock and how many of you took advantage of it? I've given it probably 50 times and probably one of you took advantage of it. Bro, several, right? Several times. That's a nice looking stock. There's some really good stocks on my short list right now. Fresh Pet. Fresh Pet. Fresh Pet. Look at the trend here. Nice trend. VRSK. I'm giving you some really good shorts, okay? Yeah, never, right, Kevin? Never. I've never given you GLOB. Never. Not yesterday, not the day before. Jeff said since the gap down on Globe. Let's see. When did we have that gap down on Globe? Let's see. Yep, since here. I've been giving you this stock, folks, this entire time. This entire time. Haven't received one email saying, hey, I made money on this short, but I've been giving it to you every day and it's been literally working the entire time. Anyways, even when there were no shorts, the stock was a bear. All right, let me give you longs. We're moving on to longs. Uh, we're moving on to longs. Joking, right? Yeah, Globe. Yeah, you guys are joking. GE. I got a lot of nice emails. We took a nice option profit on this yesterday in weekly cash flow, actually. I still like it. Rocket Lab, I like. Remember, we got to be really careful with those mega caps right now. Be careful with the stock today. Be careful today. Don't do anything today. I think there's a downgrade or earnings or something. So don't do anything today with Rocket Lab. Unity, nice looking stock. Citibank. Oh, Richard made money. Good. All right. Jeff made. All right. That's what I want to hear. So people are making. See, you guys don't tell me. Nobody ever tells me anything. All right. Good, Richard. Good for you, Richard. Good for you, Jeff. So happy to hear that. That makes me happy. People actually pay attention. It's frustrating talking when nobody listens, you know? Taiwan Semiconductor. A little overextended, but I got to tell you, see this upside, this consolidation, it raises this upside, just like in gold. See how we went up and then we consolidate it? The consolidation erases the upside pressure. Looks pretty good. VSAT. I've been on this stock. I've been I've been really liking this stock for quite a lot. I've been actually giving it a lot as a watch list stock in the pit. I may want to do a credit spread on this stock. Reddit. Reddit looks good again. That's one of the stocks we got stopped out in. And as soon as we got it stopped out of two stocks that immediately turned around and kept going our way. Reddit and what was the other one? And Lulu in the pit. It happens. What are you going to do? We're still at 94% win rate. Reddit, TJX, TJ Maxx. And folks, that whole 94% win rate, it's not, I mean, like anything over 80%, you're doing amazing, okay? It doesn't have to be 94% win rate. This is a nice little ascending triangle. Look at this. Nice little ascending triangle. Looks very, very nice. Good. All right. All right. People are taking it. People are taking it. Hey, Jamie. James, not Jamie. James. How are you, James? Sorry, I didn't mean to get your name wrong. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. KTOS, I really like this stock a lot. It's a defense stock. Now, this stock, I could see money moving into this stock, especially if mega caps take a dump, because this is a defensive stock. And the fact that it's moving like this is very nice. I really do like the stock quite a bit today. It's definitely on my buy list. All right, so let's just take another quick look at the charts so we can kind of see what's going on. TLT, right? The bond market is between these two levels. SPY's not really doing much. Amazon is at 233.44, not really doing much there either. Just kind of sitting there. Bond market looks SMH is flat. Let's see on a daily. Daily, it's up pretty good. The levels I drew. Oh, those levels work really well. Really, really well. Okay. Chop. I'm actually seeing possible chop ahead of the report, ahead of tomorrow's report. I'm not seeing too much movement here with the bond market. And on a daily, we're down only 0.22. Looks like we're holding this level. I don't think we're going to see a lot in the first half hour. Please don't do anything except liquidate positions in the first half hour of the day. I'm going to have a big day today in the VIP room where I'll be teaching you guys. Thank you, Raleigh, again for reminding me how I was able to gauge how to use ATR for determining how far out you should go on options. I think it'll be a very insightful session. And actually, let me tell you everything we're going to be going through today. How I select stocks for swing trading and day trading, how to use relative strength, how to pick momentum stocks versus pullback stocks, late afternoon strength, time spreads, straddle strangles, and how to use ATR. We're going to go through all the good stuff I do in the pit. The pit is my most successful program. I believe it'll always be my most successful program because I'm there all day long being myself. It is the most amazing program, and I'm going to introduce you all to it today. And while you're there, here's the link to Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. There you guys go. Please check them out. I already gave my small caps, and you guys wanted me to do levels for the Russell 2000. Let me do them right now, and then I gotta get out of here. Let me go to 5 minutes. Let me go to IWM. Let me give you these levels here. You want these levels? I'll give you these levels. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me draw this. Let me attach this for you. All right. So, what do we talk about today? We talked about Robert Redford, talked about some great movies. I just posted IWM for you, Russell 2000. So, I gave you the small caps. I gave you the levels on the small caps. I gave you the large cap stocks that I like. I gave you intraday levels on the SPY. I'm telling you right now that I think the mags are getting, even though we have a mega cap stock right now, which I really like, I think the mega caps are getting a little bit ahead of themselves. And I would be very cautious. And again, folks, I'm going to show you this. Look at this move. Look at this move. Look at this move from here. Look, see this? You see that? From here to here? Look at bonds. See this move? Here. See this move? Again, look at mags. You see this move? Look at bonds. You see this move? If bonds start cooling off, what do you think is going to happen with that move that coincidentally happened at the same time? And look at how much distance we have. We have mags ATR is $1. We are right now 62. We're like 4 times ATR right now. So this is too much, folks. Way too much. Keep your eye on this to see if price starts coming back into the 80, 99 level, or if we stay bullish. All right, folks, we have big news tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have a run day today. At least it doesn't seem like we're going to have a run day today. Start looking for rotations out of technology stocks. And here's my email if there's any questions. Roger@rogerscott.com. Please, no customer service emails. Cam and Gustavo are really good for that. I'm going to be a little late for work. Hopefully this was a great session. Hopefully you guys are getting a lot out of this, and I will see you later. Ciao. Bye, everybody. Be careful, folks. You know my concern. My concern is that the mags are just getting way too ahead of themselves, and the bond market may be slowing down. If the bond market slows down, you understand there's a huge relationship between bonds and stocks when we're in a deflationary cycle, which we are in right now, which means if bonds go down, mega caps can cool off. Just be cautious. Be cautious. We still have a report in a few minutes. I'll be driving and I'll update you from the office.